CBD to address their supporters on the second day of the anti-government protest. Our reporter Sheila Chilagat has been on the CBD since morning monitoring the situation and now joins us live. Sheila, if you could hear me from where you're joining us from, what is the latest from your end? And you have been keeping tabs on this particular story since yesterday and today, day 2 of the third wave of Azimio-led protest. Over to you, Sheila.
Well, thank you very much, William Moige. We are here live at the Central Park in Nairobi, where we were expecting the Azimio-affiliated members of Parliament to converge here for a meeting that they had announced today earlier at the Parliament buildings. But as up until now, nothing much really has happened. We have set camp and pitched camp here at the Central Park, but nothing has happened here so far. What we have seen is that there has been heavy police presence. Security has really been beefed up, with some of them clothed in police uniform, beg your pardon, and others in plain clothes, civilian, police. The Azimio affiliated members of Parliament were expected to arrive here at around 3 p.m. It is now 4 p.m., 1 hour later, and yet none of them has emerged. It is a no-show for them as of the moment. And just earlier on, the Azimio MPs had decried the what they termed high police brutality on some of the protesters, and this was majorly witnessed yesterday. And they have just been asking that they want action taken on some of this police that they have mentioned, this brutality. They want action taken, especially from the international community. So far, we have not witnessed any demonstrations here at the CBD. We took patrols around the city. The area was clear, free from protesters. Businesses continued as usual. You find that today even cars were on the street, which is totally a different situation from what happened yesterday. Also, you find that there has been a lot of police patrol in the city, probably just trying to ensure that the security is beefed up in this area. Noting that at the CBD today was supposed to be one of the areas where the meetings were supposed to be held, just from the Azimio statements yesterday. So far it has been quite a peaceful day here at the Nairobi CBD. That's all we have for you. Probably we shall continue keeping you informed in our subsequent bulletins from the CBD. I am Sheila Chelangat. Back to you in studio, William Moige.
Thank you, Sheila, for bringing us up to speed on the latest happenings from where you're joining us. I understand you're on standby from the Central Business District. Thank you for that information. Now let us move on. Embakasi East Member of Parliament has had a rough day at Wanguru Police Station in Mwea after he was allegedly arrested 2 days ago at the JKIA. His lawyer, Ndegwa Njiru, now wants Babu Owino be apprehended to court. Instead, the hide-and-seek game by the police. Njiru now questioned the police officer's conduct on why he was taken to a far place instead of coming out clear on the charges the legislator is facing. Earlier on, protesters who had camped outside the police station demanded for the release of Honorable Babu Owino, including his wife, Frida Ongili. The supporters were later on chased by police officers outside the police station.
Manhandled, carried off. They did not want to hear anything that we wanted to say. They basically just kicked us off, and there was a very, very heavy police presence just outside the gate. There were maybe 20 to 30 police officers, and inside also in the compound there were very many police officers. They completely refused us access, but we were able to confirm that he is indeed here. So today in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning, we were here. And so when we came and asked for him, they were asking, oh, what are you talking about? Babu Owino is not here, blah, blah. But we thank God for the favor, for his favor, because his suitcase, I saw his suitcase and I said that he is indeed here because that is his suitcase. So that is when they said, oh, okay, oops. And they had to agree.
Anapelekwa kotini ama mheshimiwa anapelekwa wapi? kwa sababu watu na watu wenye walikuwa nao hapo, tumeona magari zimeshachukua watu wameenda kotini. Sasa tunataka kujua yeye yake ni kotini anaenda ama atakalishwa hapa. That is why bado tuko hapa ndo tujue, na tuwezi toka hapa saa hii mpaka tujue mheshimiwa anapelekwa wapi.
But we are here to follow up on that case. I also understand that Maina Jenga is also held up here. Maina Jenga was arrested yesterday at his father's residence from Gong. He was driven all the way in the wee hours of the night, in the ungodly hours, to Wanguru police station. What is the justification of you being removed from one jurisdiction to the other? There was a court in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. True. Why was Bobu Owino not presented there? Yeah. What is so unique about this police station of Wanguru? Yes. Don't forget that this police station of Wanguru, I think in 2022 or 2021, there were individuals who were killed here in this police station.
Yes.
There were individuals who were killed. Don't forget that the families are still mourning. And that was action was executed here in Wanguru police station, and therefore we are apprehensive on the safety of the individuals being held here.
From Kirinyaga County, let us head to the coastal region, where a section of activists in Mombasa have condemned ODM political leaders from the region for failing to show up and lead the anti-government protest intended to push for a lower cost of living. Attempts to hold demonstration in Mombasa have seemed futile, following a heavy deployment of security officers who have ensured normalcy within the city and its outskirts. Schools in Mombasa have also resumed after a joint directive from the Ministry of Education and that of the Interior assured that their government has taken adequate measures that guarantee the safety of learners. The activists, however, argue that the protests are still on and have called upon the leaders to join them tomorrow.
Sasa maandamano imekuja wanaongea na media alafu wanaenda zao. They are let down to agenda za Azimio. They are really let down. Tena nasema sababu Somali you are let down na wabunge wako you are let down. Agenda za Azimio ndo zinajenga Azimio. Wakati ya nomination mtakuja hapa mkidanganya baba ati tulikuwa tunafanya kazi. Na hakuna kazi mnafanya. How do we popularize Azimio kama mkuji kwa barabara?
We as youth of Kenya are crying for hard economies. Hata mwingine anaisatafuta bibi lakini akose mahari. Kwa hivyo sisi kama vijana tunaunga mkono maandamano ya kurudisha ama ya kurai serikali warudishe uchumi ya Kenya chini. Otherwise ile kitu tunaomba ni kwamba maandamano iwe ya amani, si ya kudestroy nchi yetu, kwa sababu imepatikana kwa sababu ya sacrifice ya watu wengine ambao wametutangulia.
Still keeping tabs with matters Azimio called protest, learning in Kiambu Town Primary and Ndumberi Primary Schools went on as usual Wednesday, despite the demonstrations that took place in some parts of the country. A spot check done in Kiambu showed pupils in different public schools playing in their fields, and according to Zipporah Kamau, a teacher at Grace School, said that in the morning it was uncertain whether the schools would open, but after the drivers went to pick the kids, they came safely. Zipporah said all teachers reported to school and they hope things will be normal tomorrow.
And well, today's situation, I could say that the morning was a bit uncertain. We were not sure if schools would open, if the kids would show, if the parents would release their children. But I can confidently report that we've had quite a good turn up. We could say that almost everybody came, yeah? And we've had a good day. There's been no interruptions, no wrangles, and our day has proceeded well, and we are glad that it's come to an end and the kids are now going home, and we hope they'll get home safely, and tomorrow we can still hope and confidently wait to have another productive and fruitful school day.
Maandamano hapa Kiambu hakuna. Biashara tunaendelea mzuri na tunashukuru kwa Mungu kwa hiyo jambo. Ya pili mimi naomba tu kama watu wanaweza tu kuogopa Mungu, waache hii maandamano, tufanye kazi, tuwazo kwa sababu ni kuwazo, hakuna mtu akona kitu ambaye.
Now let us shift focus to the North Rift region, where suspected bandits are suspected to have attacked herders before shooting down 2 people in Baringo and driving away an unknown number of cattle towards Samburu. Tension remains high in Churo Amaya area following the attack.
Residents of Tiaty constituency in Baringo County have been struck with yet another tragedy after 2 of their residents were killed by suspected bandits.
Jana ndio wamekuja tena kuua watu wawili hapa Lera na kwenda na ng'ombe zaidi ya 400. Na ndio maana tumekuja kuambia serikali kwamba hii ni kitendo ambayo tumeona ni kwamba nikana kwamba kuna plan. Wakati wameona tumepanga mipango mzuri ya amani, tumeongelesha watu wetu wamenyamaza, wanaanza tena kuingilia, kuchokosa, kuumiza watu.
The 2 herders were killed while grazing their livestock, after which the suspected bandits made away with an unknown number of livestock. Area leaders, led by Diana Siriti, the Chuo or Amaya MCA, toured the area to quell the tension and called upon the locals not to retaliate. The incident coming after a peace ambassador was killed within the region just a few weeks ago.
Kwa hivyo hiyo ni tukio ambalo tunakera sana kwa sababu Jumapili iliyopita walimua pia peace ambassador wa Churu Amaya ward kutoka Amaya. Na ombi langu kwamba kama sisi viongozi wa Tiaty East ama Tiaty kote tunaomba kwamba serikali watusaidie kwa sababu kwa muda wa miezi 4 sisi kama viongozi tumejumuika na tumefanya mikutano mingi ya amani. Hapo sasa wakati tumesaidia watu wetu kwamba tufanye amani, wametusikiza na kweli hakuna mtu ametoka kwenda kuraid watu wengine. Lakini sasa karibu mara 3 tumeraidiwa na watu wa Samburu na hatujaona msaada wowote kwa serikali letu.
Local residents are now greatly distressed with these increasing acts of violence, which seem to downplay the peace efforts spearheaded by the area leaders for the past 3 months. They are now calling on the government to intervene and put a stop to the rising insecurity.
Na vijana wetu wanakubali amani. Sasa hatuwezi kunyamaza tu hivi na serikali wanatuangalia tukiumia.
Kamunya Mwangi, TV47.
Right, moving on. President William Ruto has lauded the police for what he says is ensuring violent protesters were arrested and peace restored back to areas hit by demonstrations. While speaking in Isiolo, the president has further advocated for peace across the country, saying the economy should not be sabotaged by violence. He has further said that funds have been set aside to counter hunger and boost farmers across the country.
Na mimi nataka niwaambie polisi wetu hongera kwa kusimama kidete na kuhakikisha kwamba kuna amani na kuhakikisha kwamba wahalifu wote wanachukuliwa hatua, ndio tuhakikisha kwamba kuna amani Kenya na hakuna vita na mali biashara ya wananchi isiharibike na biashara na mambo ya equipment na vifaa yote ya serikali isiharibike. Wakenya mahali pote, every part of Kenya have said we cannot sabotage our economy using violence and destruction of business and destruction of property. Kenya is the only place we have to call home. Tunataka tupange mambo ya kilimo ili tuondoe aibu ya njaa. Na tumeweka pesa kwa mambo ya fertilizer. Mwaka huu tutaongeza pesa ya kusaidia credit wakulima wetu. Tuzalishe chakula ndio tuondoe aibu ya njaa katika taifa letu la Kenya.
Moving on, a section of leaders in Mount Kenya have called out senior opposition figures for throwing the constitution out of the window and instead using unconstitutional means to cause chaos. Here's more.
Speaking in Meru North, Embu County, Water Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome led a section of Kenya Kwanza leaders who accused opposition leaders of causing problems that Kenya is facing now when they served as senior government officials.
We have told these people, the leaders, that it is not going to be accepted by our government. Na hakuna mwananchi anataka fujo na ghasia.
The CS noted that Kenya is a democratic nation with a constitution that guides how institutions operate, while advising as new leaders to follow the constitution when raising their issues.
Kenya is a constitutional democracy. We have order and the rule of law. If we agree that we are in a constitutional democracy, we have agreed elections are conducted in a particular manner, kuna sheria ya kutekeleza hiyo. When you are not satisfied, there is also the judiciary to determine your dispute. After that, we cannot entertain and continue to entertain grievances which are planned by way of maandamano.
Embu Governor Cecile Maurire observed that residents of Embu will not participate in any demos, adding that a few individuals from outside the county tried to hold meetings but could not manage as residents were vigilant.
Sisi kile tunafanya ni kazi. Na mmeona hata waziri mwenyewe amekuja tufanye kazi wakati wengine wako maandamano.
Mayor North Member of Parliament Geoffrey Ruku has revealed that the government is focused in lowering the cost of living through development projects. He added that Kenyans in support of the Kenya Kwanza government will remain vigilant and will not allow anyone to destroy property.
And we cannot sit and watch a few people who have this behavior of sabotaging the economy of the Republic of Kenya.
Gideon Yuri, TV47, Nairobi.
Away from that, now let us turn our focus to matters of health. St. Peter's Special Orthopedic Hospital in Ithiru, Kiambu County, has been reopened a month after it was closed down by Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha following the NHIF scandal. Speaking at the hospital during the opening ceremony, Orthopedic Chairman Joseph Mbai has explained how they had a difficult time since the closure of the hospital.
Kuzungumza na wao na kwa kusema kweli tukaona kwamba hao hawajali wagonjwa wetu, hawajali wafanyikazi. Kwa hivyo tukaamua kwenda kotini tukisaidiwa na human rights, na tumeweza kupewa order jana. Kwa hivyo leo tuko hapa kufungua hospitali yetu, na tunaomba wagonjwa wetu wote ambao wako nyumbani wenye walitolewa kwa fujo wajue kwamba sasa tumefungua. Na ile kizingizio ambayo ilikuja ni kwamba sisi tuna.
And now to the beautiful world of sports. Double world record holder Faith Kipyegon, Africa's fastest marathon, fastest man